Yes, episode 2. This is a real thing, Hootie. This is real. This is the news, babies. It never stops. Rocket League news is gonna be flying, and we gotta catch it all, man. We got so much to talk about today. We talked about it a couple days ago. Yeah. What's up, man? First of all, before we jump into anything, how's your day? How are you doing? You look so handsome again, dude.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm feeling great. You know what? I don't know when it's going to go out, but it's Friday right now.
Yes.
Looking forward to the weekend. Had a great week, both on the stream. In real life, it's all good over here, John. How about you this week?
Everything's good, man. I wanted to let you all know who are watching that we're so excited to so we have yet to see any of your suggestions on the name of this show. We have yet to see any of your comments. First episode goes out tomorrow. I'm just ecstatic. Like, I was losing sleep over how excited I am for this. And, you know, it's little things like this that just, fire me up. So, I'm so pumped to see what you guys think of it. And if you're interested in it and, I hope it grows on you. I hope this is something that you check in with every other day or whenever we post a video, because this is going to be we have a lot to talk about. Today is all about trades that went on.
That's right.
Would it be considered for the winter split, like right after fall split?
Yeah, that's correct. Most people will just say trade window.
Yeah, the trade window, which was I do wish our show was going on then.
I know,
because it was spicy, and
crazy.
For the little amount that I know, it was I'm looking at all your tweets right now. Like, I have your screen up. I'm looking at all the tweets that went out. Like, Shift was having such a great couple weeks. Like, they're probably just like, what? This news? All right, let's write it up. Let's. By the way, for anyone
those poor guys, they get no sleep during that trade window.
Yeah, they're announcing things at 3 in the morning. For anyone who doesn't know, I've teamed up with Hootie for our new show that we will have a name for probably by the end of this week, and also with Shift. So all of us have jumped into bed together, a menage a trois, if you will. Is that okay to say?
I think that's fine.
I think it's fine. I do have a wife, but she'll be okay. Yeah, it's Rocket League news. It's fine. But let's jump into it, because we have a lot to talk about today about all the trades that went down. This will be a very overwhelming conversation in a sense that I'm going to be learning a lot. You'll possibly be learning a lot, or maybe a lot of you are on Hoodie's level where kind of all the players and everything. Try not to get overwhelmed. Hootie will do his best to explain, where people went. And you could always go to Liquipedia or Shift and find out where everyone has landed, what team the teams are. So start us off, man. Where did this whole story begin? What happened? Let's shift gears.
Let's shift gears
over to our
first
screen.
Thing I want to say is a great place to stay informed is at Shift RLE on Twitter. Okay, if you are not following them, they are going to give you the most recent news, the most up-to-date news, and keep you just in the know with what's going on.
Absolutely.
So with that being said, that's what we're going to be looking at today.
Yep.
The Shift account, I've got, like John said, I've got plenty of tabs pulled up here of what has happened.
Yes,
we're going to start with Rise.
I love Rise.
Love Rise. He's so vocal. He's so confident. Such a fun player.
Yeah.
Now, John, Rise is a European player, right?
Yes, I know that.
And here is where the trade window got kicked off to a crazy start. Rise was set to join version 1,
but he didn't,
alongside Beast Mode and Torment in place of Calm.
Right, which is a crazy team.
A crazy team. Notice I said he was set to join.
Yeah.
Little spoiler alert here.
Yeah, it says it on the screen. Version 1 is set to sign Rise.
That's right.
Yeah.
Now, it didn't pan out, but bear with me here, and let's just pretend that we're going through this chronologically. So Rise is set to join V1, which obviously means that Calm is now a free agent. So what happens next?
He's going to go to Optic. Okay.
That's right.
Okay.
Calm was going to replace Magic Bear on Optic Gaming. Okay. And again, I said was going to. Now, we talked about this a little bit in the first episode. There's all kinds of moving pieces. There's visas, there's contracts, there's buyouts, there's let's be honest, John. Money, 15 to 20-year-old players. And hey, we've all, a lot of us have been that age. Things, they change quickly, shift quickly. No pun intended. But things kind of fell flat. And it's one of those things that it didn't happen. It was too short of a time frame. And so Rise ended up selecting to stay in Europe and actually join Oxygen Esports.
It's so crazy, though.
It is.
Is there an actual confirmation, or is that like probably nitty gritty? No. We'd have to get Rise on here to like find out what happened. Like, is there anything that like, do we know exactly what happened, or no, it's like something?
Rise actually did cover a lot of this on his own stream. We watched through it. I did on one of my streams, just kind of listening to him. And John, I gotta say, I was super impressed with him. Very mature response. He's cool. He's empathetic to Oli, who now is removed from Oxygen. He's empathetic to the version 1 squad, the players, calm, everyone involved. And he had no intentions of, this like unfortunate circumstance. It's just when things take too long and that trade window has a deadline,
it's scary.
Things get stressful. I mean, he's 18, 19 years old, planning on moving to a new country. There's a lot involved there. And so Oxygen as a backup plan with Joriez and Archie, who was already a top 5 team in Europe.
Yeah, why not?
That starts to look more and more attractive as things get closer to that deadline. And so that's what he chose to do.
So do you think Rise will next season, if he doesn't play amazingly with these guys, do you think he'll be moving to NA? Like he'll be switching?
I think it's a very real possibility that Rise moves to NA. A lot of the European players that are English speakers recognize that there is a little bit more of a higher potential to earn in North America. A lot of times the salaries are a little bit higher. The sponsorship opportunities are a little bit greater because there's a lot more marketing dollars that get pumped into NA.
Look at recently. I mean, a lot of them have been coming over. Nolly as well, right? Did Nolly come over? Did I say it right?
Yeah, Nolly.
See, this is what I mean. I'm going to be like, yo, what's up, Nolly? He'll be like, bro, what the heck? Who are you? You can't call me Nolly. We're not cool like that. I'm like, sorry, Nolly. Of course, sir. Please. I'm like, double your age, but it's fine. I'll respect.
So, Rise.
Yes.
On Oxygen.
Great. Where did Com go?
But now we've got 2 other pieces that were moving because he was going to go to V1. So what happened there? Did those teams go ahead and make the changes? Did they pick up someone new? Well, Com ended up back on V1.
That's so awkward.
And Magic Bear ended up back on Optic.
This is
John, you are dang right. That is extremely awkward. I mean,
dude, that's like your parents saying they don't want you anymore, and then like,
that's right.
They can't get a cooler kid than you.
It's like your girlfriend or boyfriend, they broke up with you, and you end up right back with them. It's one of those situations. It's going to be tough. I feel for those players involved. I feel for the teams, and like I said, nobody intended on it happening. It's just you mentioned in the first episode, John. It's business. Right?
Oh man, and this was not Shift reporting too early and like causing chaos. This was actually happening, and then things fell apart. It just didn't work out.
That's right.
So these guys knew they were leaving, had to say like, had to have that conversation with the management, with their team already, or just not have a conversation, just be like, all right, whatever, like where am I going, like what's up, figure out where they're going, and then it all falls back. Oh my god. So the only one who moved was Rise.
Only one that moved was Rise. That's right.
Which
to Oxygen.
Don't get me wrong. Please don't get mad at me. Anyone who's watching this, I have no disrespect. Remember, I'm new, learning a lot of this stuff. Isn't Oxygen a smaller team than the team he was on?
Debatably. They definitely did not have as good of a performance at the major, but, and you asked about it earlier, he talked about it, and what it sounds like is the Moist team was just not on the same page.
Right.
Personality-wise, team environment-wise.
Which is crazy.
They had some differences of opinions, and
outsider's
he just felt like it was
perspective.
best to try to find a new home.
Outsider's perspective, I'm like, it's just like they love each other. They're like they're best friends. They're so fun to watch.
I'm the same way. It's all rainbows and butterflies. Like everybody's happy all the time.
Exactly. But you never know. Okay, cool. All right. So what happened?
You never know. So
what do we got next?
We got again, like you said, very awkward. Magic Bear on Optic, Com on V1, and we'll see how that pans out. Just no telling. We're gonna see how it works.
Yeah.
So we'll keep rolling. And obviously with Rise leaving Moist, they got to pick up someone new, and they have picked up a player named Juicy. Now that's gonna be a name that you may not recognize, and a lot of the people watching may not recognize. He is an up-and-coming player in the European scene.
Let me guess, he's 10? He's 10 years old or something?
I'm not sure his age. 16, 17 maybe. He's not 20 plus, I know that. But he's just relatively newer as far as, high-level play.
Right.
A lot of these players, they've been grinding rank. They've been SSL for a long time, but they got to get that tournament experience. And he's been getting it. And a lot of pros, and I'm delivering what I've heard in podcasts and whatever else. I remember Joyo talking about Juicy last season.
Oh, so he's kind of like, he could be like Prodigy-esque. Like whoa,
absolutely.
This guy's like freaking nuts. Like
That's right.
People are talking
Joyo's had his eyes on him, and I think a lot of other players also recognize the potential in Juicy. But hey, John, there's a risk when he has not been on these top-tier teams, has not faced these high-pressure environments, has not been at LAN environments.
And so LAN changes everything.
It changes. The expectations placed on him are now much more heavy, right? It's just going to feel like he's got to step up to the plate.
Yeah.
And we're going to see.
Now I want to watch a Moist game, man. Like, this is what I mean. Knowing this information, and this is why I've been like geeking out about this, losing sleep, because I've been excited to like learn something like that. And now I'm like, yo, I'm going to see Juicy playing. If Juicy's popping off, I'm going to be doing backflips for him. Young guy coming into the scene. People have been talking about him, talking him up, and he's showing up. And like, then if he gets to a land and he's there and popping off, like, and I get to see that. I get to watch this kid who is so young just crush it. So sorry, I'm painting pictures that might, or it could be vice versa. It could be he falls apart and is, you know, it's really rough for him. But I'm a positive thinker.
But how much fun is it going to be when Moist and Juicy beat up on Oxygen or beat up on Vatira's new team, Carmine Court, right?
Yeah, dude.
The two players that left them, and Joyo's still there.
Yep.
He's picked up 2 new ones.
Dude,
that's
for
going to be
Joyo,
fun.
I just feel like Joyo's just going to be like Giga Chad. Like, what's up, baby? What's up, boys? You leave me.
That's right. So, Moist Esports, they confirmed Juicy, and they will be playing with him this next split.
Love it.
Now, we've got another fun one, and we talked about how, you know, NA can provide you a little bit more earning power, et cetera, et cetera. A team that moved over in the offseason was Furia. And in this first split, they didn't perform as well as they wanted to. They missed out on the major.
Yeah.
And so what they have done is they have signed the #1 undisputed top talent in South America, and they have brought him over as well. Lost is going to be playing alongside Yan and Card under Furia in the North American region. And I'm going to tell you, John, we don't know, but I think that this could be a top 3 team in the region. I really do.
I love
Lost
that.
and Yan they're unbelievable. They're so mechanically talented. I mean, it's got to be intimidating coming up, across from them, because you got to be ready for anything. Double flip resets, backboard double touches, whatever it may be. They've got every trick in the book and in their arsenal, and I'm excited to see them
Lost
play.
was the top dog of South America?
Yes.
Okay. All right. And
undisputed.
What was he on? What team was he on before Furia?
He was on the club.
Oh, and the club was, That's
right. They were the real deal. We talked about them last episode as well. They were the team that went through a regional undefeated, not dropping a game. So Lost, he's the real deal. And what happened was he basically ended up trading with Kaio, who was on Furia. So Kaio is now on the club. Lost is now on Furia. Boom, straight swap, easy peasy.
Cool. All right.
On to the next.
Wait. Let me
club team.
Ninjas in pajamas.
That's right.
What a great name.
You know what that acronym is, John?
NIP. Nips. Bro. Yes, this is my new favorite team.
So the club is now under NIP. So Kaio, back to Sam, playing alongside Astramic and Bims, who were the #1 team in Sam, and now they are NIP.
Oh, dude, you go from the club to NIP. That is so funny. Ninjas in pajamas. Is that how you spell pajamas? Like, no joke.
I don't think so. I think it's PA, but I'm not sure.
But maybe this is a cool ninjas in pajamas. Pajamas. All right. Love it.
All right, we're almost done.
Yeah.
And now listen, we're not covering every single move. There's all kinds of stuff happening all around the scene.
That would
these are going to be your top.
Be an hour episode. It would be an hour episode.
It'd be at least.
We're not doing that.
So these are going to be your teams that you want to keep your eyes on from the different regions. Now, we also have one more team in North America that I did want to touch on.
Yes.
Now, they haven't had the greatest results just yet, but Evo is a player that's kind of made a name for himself in 1v1s, but not had very much luck in 3s. And so he has joined alongside Drees and Andy under Dignitas.
Okay.
And I don't really know what to predict with this team. I think there are some rumors of them maybe not having the strongest or most mature mentality.
Right.
And that's important, right?
You need it.
You gotta have it. You're gonna face adversity. You're gonna face tough times. You're gonna have some flop performances. And how do you bounce back remains to be seen. So we'll see what that team does. But I did want to touch on that real quick. And then the last team that we need to talk about today, John, is Pioneers in OCE.
Yeah. Didn't they Pioneers was crazy? Also, what's the other big OCE team besides Power? Power, Pioneers, and who's the other one?
Those are the two top dogs. You used to have Ground Zero.
Ground Zero, but they got bought out by Power.
Exactly. So
Power took
OCE.
Yeah.
We got Pioneers, and last season we talked about it a little bit. They had a pretty good season, and then this most recent first major, they qualified and they kind of laid an egg. They did not play well.
Yes.
They fell out first alongside the APAC team, James Cheese, and so they were looking to try to turn that around, turn the ship around, and get it going in the right direction. And they have picked up a young player named Hunter. Now, I don't know a whole lot about this player. I keep seeing people talk about how mechanically talented he is, and this is something that we're going to
replace Super Lucky. No, I love Super Lucky.
I know. I love Super Lucky. I was actually a pretty big fan of this Pioneers team. I got to talk to them a couple times at these lands, and they've just been like so respectful, so kind, and just really cool easy to talk to. Really cool kids.
Yeah.
And like I said, Hunter, I don't know a whole lot about him, but we got to be straightforward. We got to be honest. OCE has never been the region that's like super mechanics. They've always been a little bit behind. Now they've got great defense, great structure, all that good stuff. But we're seeing we're seeing things shift a little bit.
Stop it, dude. Stop it, bro.
I'm not even trying to. But we're seeing these young players over there, and they are mechanical.
Yeah.
Banana Head on the Pioneers roster, very mechanical, scrubbed, not scrub killer, scrubbed. Very mechanical player. Super Lucky was as well, but this Hunter player, I keep seeing people talk about how mechanically talented he is. So I don't know a whole lot about him, but I'm excited to see this Pioneers roster perform. So with that being said, John, we've kind of gone around the different regions.
Yeah.
We've seen what's going on. We had that big domino effect that didn't happen.
That's the
players
biggest.
are back on the teams that were going to be kicked from. So it was a wild window, and I'm excited to see how these teams perform in this next winter split.
Yeah, man, I'm ready for it. I hope you all are ready for it. This, I mean, God, it just paints such a different picture than what I knew. Like, I knew of a couple of those things, but I didn't know of, like, you know, and we never really will know the nitty gritty unless we bring some of these players onto the show, and maybe they could talk about it, but maybe a lot of it is like contractual stuff where they can't say anything. But who knows in the future of this show what we can get. So with all the trades that you've been seeing, everything that's going on, what team are you personally excited for this year? Like, who do you want to watch? Who are you rooting for? I'd love to know. Listen, we don't know who your teams are. Who are your teams? Like, who's back?
Can I tell you mine, John?
Yeah, tell me your favorite team right now.
I don't know that this is my favorite team, but the one that I'm most excited about watching right now is Furia, because they've got the mechanics on deck. I'm excited to see if they can turn this ship around. They moved from South America. I got respect for that.
Yeah.
You know, uprooting your life and you know, pursuing your dream. I love that. Lost, incredibly talented. I want to see how that team plays.
Let's go.
We're going to get to see them play here pretty soon.
Very soon. All right. So, and Hootie, what do we have to look for? Like, what's coming up like right now? Like,
what's coming up?
Tuesday, right? Tomorrow.
That's right.
There's something.
This very next Tuesday, the 24th of January, is a tiebreaker between Optic, Complexity, and Furia. And all that is to figure out what teams auto-qualify for the main event. Okay? No money on the line. Not a big deal.
One
but
team's
they gotta
getting
figure
kicked,
out who's
right?
making it to the main event, who's going through closed quals. Easy peasy. But you get your RLCS fix. And this very next weekend, January 27th, we have the European main event. You're going to get to see Moist.
Woo!
You're going to get to see Oxygen. You're going to get to see the rivalries. You do not want to miss it.
No, not at all. Thank you all so much. We'll see you soon. Peace out.